Chosen ones, you've asked for a sign, and here's God's answer. The existence of human beings is always tied to questions that seem endless. Who are we? Where do we come from? And where are we going? At times, we feel lost and question ourselves about things that the mind finds hard to fully comprehend. Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Lately, you've been searching for a sign to reassure you that you're on the right path, that the way you're living aligns with what God intended for you. Even if you don't realize it, the doubts you've been feeling are actually proof of your deep desire to align with your true purpose. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Top Hidden Knowledge channel to stay updated on all things related to personal and spiritual growth. Now, let's get started. Let me tell you this, you've come so far, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Even if no one has told you lately, I want you to hear this. You're doing better than you think. The fact that you're here, listening to this message, shows that you're actively seeking meaning, engaging with life, and striving for growth. You're still standing strong, still searching, still growing, even amidst the challenges that life has thrown your way. The strength it takes to keep moving forward, especially when the road ahead feels unclear, is nothing short of remarkable. And we are here to honor that strength. But here's the thing, we're not asking you to do more or be more. Instead, we're here to remind you that who you are right now, in this very moment, is enough. You don't need to chase perfection or set unattainable goals. What matters is living a life that's real and meaningful. So, let's take a breath and ease up on the pressure for a while. Let's find the courage to embrace every part of the journey, the easy, the challenging, and everything in between. You, my friend, are the answer the world needs, just as you are. It's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your worth is defined by what you accomplish or how others perceive you. But let's set the record straight. You are not here to meet anyone else's expectations. Your life is not a performance for others to critique or judge. It's not about following someone else's script or living up to a standard that wasn't made for you. Your worth, your value, is intrinsic, just because you exist. The world doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be real. And the truth is, no one has it all figured out. Life is messy. It's filled with twists and turns, moments of clarity, and times of confusion. But through it all, you are learning, you are growing, and you are becoming exactly who you're meant to be. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to living a life that is aligned with your truest self. So, I want you to give yourself some credit. Look back at how far you've come. Reflect on the strength you've shown in the face of adversity. Think about the wisdom you've gained, the compassion you've learned to show, and the resilience you've cultivated. All of this has shaped you into the incredible person you are today. In this moment, pause and realize that you don't need to prove anything to anyone, not even to yourself. You are enough as you are. You are worthy of love, of success, and of peace, simply because you are alive. And everything you've been through has led you to this point for a reason. The road ahead may still seem uncertain at times, but remember this, you are on the right path. Your journey, with all its ups and downs, is unfolding exactly as it should. So, trust the process. Trust yourself. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, take a moment to honor yourself, to appreciate how far you've come, and to remind yourself that no matter what, you are always enough. The world needs the real you, not a version of you that fits into someone else's expectations. Embrace who you are. This is your time. But the truth is, life unfolds in its own time. The moments when you feel uncertain are often the times when the most growth is happening. Clarity doesn't always come in a flash. Sometimes it's a gradual process, one step at a time. Tomorrow is another chance. Another chance to explore, to try again, to rest if you need to. You don't have to carry the weight of everything on your shoulders today. Let go. Let go of the need for everything to make sense right now. Trust that the pieces will fall into place as they're meant to. In the meantime, continue living your peaceful life, appreciating the beauty of the moment you're in. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of the world, to feel that your life has to be extraordinary or loud to matter. but there is immense power in your quiet influence. In a world that celebrates spectacle and attention, it's easy to think that your impact needs to be big, bold, and loud to make a difference. But let's challenge that idea. Your influence isn't measured by how much attention you draw, but by how much truth you bring to the spaces you occupy. Think about the last time someone made you feel truly seen. Was it because they shouted the loudest, or because they connected with you in a way that felt genuine and real? Chances are, it was the latter. It wasn't the volume of their voice, but the authenticity in their presence that made a lasting impact on you. That's the kind of influence you have. By simply being yourself, by showing up with honesty and kindness, you create ripples that reach further than you can imagine. You may never fully understand the extent of your impact, the kind words you've shared, the moments you've listened without judgment, the times you've chosen to love even when it wasn't easy. In this world, where we often measure success by loudness and visibility, it's easy to forget that real influence is often quiet and subtle. It's in the small gestures that we think don't matter. It's in the way you show up for others, the way you show up for yourself. It's in the patience you have when things don't go according to plan, in the compassion you offer even when you're tired, in the strength you carry even when you feel weak. All of these quiet actions make an impact. Sometimes, we forget that the little things add up. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, a quiet moment of connection, it all matters more than we realize. You may never know how much someone needed to hear that encouragement, or how your simple act of kindness changed their day. You may not see how the way you hold yourself in difficult situations inspires others to do the same, but trust that it does. You are making a difference simply by showing up with your true self. It's also important to remember that growth is not linear. It's easy to look at others and feel like they're moving faster, achieving more, or living a more fulfilled life. But remember, everyone is on their own unique journey. Your path might look different from someone else's, and that's okay. In fact, that's beautiful. You don't need to compare your progress to anyone else's. You're exactly where you need to be. And even if it doesn't always feel like it, the steps you're taking are moving you towards something greater. So, take a deep breath and trust the process. You don't have to have it all figured out today, and that's perfectly fine. Life is not a race, it's a journey. Each day, you're building a foundation that will support the future you're creating. Even if you can't see the full picture yet, know that the path is unfolding in its own time. The seeds you're planting now may take time to grow, but they are growing. Remember, you are enough just as you are. You don't need to change to fit someone else's expectations or to meet some arbitrary standard of success. Your worth is not defined by what you achieve or how loud you are. Your worth is intrinsic, and it's found in your authenticity, your kindness, and your willingness to keep going even when things aren't easy. So, let go of the pressure to be perfect or to have everything figured out. Embrace the uncertainty, because that's where the magic happens. Trust that your life is unfolding in the exact way it needs to, and every moment you spend being true to yourself, no matter how small, is making a difference. The quiet influence you have is powerful, and it is shaping the world in ways you may never fully understand. But trust that it matters. You matter. And the journey you're on is exactly the one you were meant to take. Everyone has their own best choices for themselves. What about you? Is there any experience you've gone through that you'd like to share with others on the right path, in harmony with the Creator and awakened souls? Feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos. And if you have time, check out other videos on this channel.